Well, I was the author of the resolution in the House that renamed the South China Sea the West Philippine Sea because it was very important, that for psychological reasons, to assert that that part of the Spratlys, in fact, belonged to the Philippines and that we had a 200-mile economic zone over which we had we had economic sovereignty over. So that was the first thing that I would just like to say. Secondly is that by all means, let's pursue diplomacy. Let's pursue the case in The Hague. And these are the strengths of the Philippines. We work together with ASEAN countries and through those means to basically tell China that it has to live up to what it committed itself to in 2012, which is to negotiate a code of conduct for the West Philippine Sea, South China Sea. And ASEAN, with Philippine leadership, should press the Chinese on that. Where I disagree with the Aquino administration and Secretary Del Rosario has been the way that they have allied the Philippines with the U.S. militarily. Basically, with the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, you now have a situation where the Philippines can become one big military base for the United States. And let's face it, the aim of the U.S. is not to help protect Philippine territories because they've already said that the Spratlys are not covered by the Mutual Defense Treaty. Okay? And unfortunately, the Aquino administration has been trying to project the idea that the Americans are going to help us reclaim that territory. Okay? And secondly, the U.S. objective is to contain China. Okay? And the problem now is that we have, through bad diplomacy, allied ourselves with one superpower against another. Okay? And the territorial issues that we have are being marginalized in the process. We just, made ourselves part of a superpower conflict. Okay? And I think that doesn't serve the national interest. To come back, let's use diplomacy and let's use the legal track and let's basically reverse this very dangerous process of the Americans making the Philippines the springboard for the containment of China. So it's a complex issue, but there are certain things that we need to do and some certain things that we can't do because we cannot sort of compromise our sovereignty.
Okay, sir. So in your opinion, how should the next administration resolve this? And what is your role in handling this issue?
Well, during this administration, I supported the legal track, and I supported the diplomatic track, and I supported standing up to China. And in fact, as I said, calling the West Philippines, the South China Sea, the West Philippine Sea. I did not support the military track, whereby the U.S. made use of the Philippines, and we agreed for our country to be a springboard against China. And I think that what I will do is to continue these same policies. I think now that Secretary Del Rosario has resigned, here is an opportunity to rethink our policies with respect to the West Philippine Sea. I think that the next administration, whoever it is, should really pursue a more independent foreign policy, and I will be part of the process of the pursuit of a more independent foreign policy.
Thank you, sir.